Have you ever wondered how the ideas of one man could shape the world in profound ways? That man is Karl Marx. Born in Trier, Germany in May 1818, Marx was the third of 9 children in a middle-class family. His father, a lawyer and a man of Enlightenment ideals, ensured his son received a well-rounded education. Young Marx was introduced to a world of ideas, philosophy, history and literature. As he matured, his intellectual curiosity led him to the University of Berlin, a vibrant hub for philosophical discourse. Here, Marx immersed himself in the works of influential philosophers. Among them, Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel and Ludwig Feuerbach, who would have an immense impact on Marx's thinking. Hegel's dialectical method and Feuerbach's critique of religion would form the groundwork of Marx's future revolutionary ideas. From these humble beginnings, a philosopher was born who would leave an indelible mark on the world. As Marx matured, so too did his revolutionary ideas. This journey of intellectual growth and transformation was further propelled when Marx moved to Paris, a city teeming with radical thought. Here, Marx would meet a man who would become not only a dear friend, but also a significant intellectual ally: Friedrich Engels. Engels, the son of a wealthy industrialist, shared Marx's passion for social justice. Their friendship was a meeting of minds, and together they would pen the works that would lay the foundations for Marxism. The Communist Manifesto, published in 1848, was a rallying cry for the working class, a declaration that they had nothing to lose but their chains. Soon after, Marx began his magnum opus, Das Kapital, a critique of capitalism's inherent flaws. It was in this work where Marx's core principles were most clearly articulated. The theory of historical materialism, for instance, proposed that social change was driven by economic forces, not ideals or individual will. Then there was the concept of class struggle, the idea that society was defined by a conflict between the bourgeoisie, the owners of the means of production, and the proletariat, the working class. Marx argued that this struggle was the engine of history, pushing society towards inevitable change. The critique of capitalism was perhaps the most incendiary of Marx's ideas. He contended that capitalism, in its relentless pursuit of profit, exploited the working class, creating wealth for the few at the expense of the many. He envisioned a socialist society where the means of production were owned collectively, eradicating class divisions and creating a society of equals. These ideas, radical and controversial as they were, did more than just challenge the status quo. They offered a new way of understanding the world, a lens through which to view history and society. They were, in essence, a blueprint for revolution. These ideas would not only ignite a firestorm in his time, but would ripple throughout the centuries to come. Now, we arrive at the crux of our discussion: what has been the impact of Marx's ideas on the world? Let's begin with the Russian Revolution. Marx's words were the fuel that ignited the fire of this monumental event. His call for the proletariat to rise up against the oppressive bourgeoisie resonated deeply with the struggling masses in Russia. The revolution marked the birth of the world's first communist state, an embodiment of Marx's vision for a classless society. Moving further east, we find another colossal footprint of Marx in communist China. The Chinese Revolution, led by Mao Zedong, was profoundly influenced by Marx's ideas, and it resulted in the establishment of another communist powerhouse. Marx's impact here was so profound that his image, alongside Mao's, is still prominently displayed in Tiananmen Square. But Marx's influence is not confined to these revolutions alone. His critique of capitalism continues to echo in the chambers of modern discussions about economic justice and inequality. His vision of a society where wealth and resources are shared equally amongst all members, not just concentrated in the hands of a few, still holds a certain allure for many. In recent years, the global financial crises have rekindled interest in Marx's critique of capitalism. His ideas are frequently cited in debates about the inherent instability of capitalist systems and the growing wealth gap. This is particularly true in the wake of the 2008 financial meltdown, which exposed the vulnerabilities of unregulated financial markets and led many to question the sustainability of capitalism. Marx's impact extends beyond the realm of economics and politics. His ideas have permeated various fields, such as sociology, philosophy, and even literature, shaping our understanding of society and human behavior. To conclude, Marx's ideas have left an indelible mark on the world stage. They have shaped revolutions, inspired social movements, and sparked heated debates. His critique of capitalism continues to be a compelling part of discussions about economic justice and inequality. Whether you agree with him or not, it's undeniable. Karl Marx has left a lasting legacy on our world. Let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken today. From the humble beginnings of Karl Marx, we've traced the evolution of his revolutionary ideas that have, in no small measure, left a profound impact on our world. His philosophy and economic theories, radical in their time, continue to stimulate debate and challenge the status quo. Karl Marx, a philosopher, an economist, a revolutionary, his ideas continue to challenge us, provoke us, and shape our world in ways we may not always realize. Be sure to hit that like or subscribe button and keep being curious, beautiful, and continue learning. Check out some of my other videos and keep staying curious.